Hey everybody, Pastor Frank coming to you live via a recorded message. Hope you're doing well on this last day of January. I don't know, it seems like time is moving really quickly for me. I don't know if it is for you, but we are 1/12 of the way through 2024 already. And yet Christmas also seems like it was like 6 years ago. So I don't know what's going on with me with respect to time, but we will be wrapping up our covenant worship series this coming Sunday on February 4th. And I want to say a word of thanks for people who've been, I don't know, this series seems to be really touching people or sparking interest in people. But every week I'm hearing comments, I'm hearing really positive comments, whether that's about a particular sermon or worship service or the series as a whole. I don't know, sometimes it's one of those, sometimes it's all of those. But I want to say thanks for that feedback. It's really helpful to know what's resonating and why. And I appreciate your support. So thanks. Thanks also to John Tarber and Dorada for the hymn selection, the music. Seems like we've been doing a great job of pairing up music with preached word, and that makes the service better, flow better, feel better. So thanks to those guys as well. The following Sunday, February 11th, is Transfiguration Sunday. That's the Sunday before Lent. And so that's the story of Jesus going up onto the mountain with the disciples and being transfigured before them. I think it's Mark chapter 9. We'll be doing that on the 11th. That's also the same day as our Fat Sunday pancake jazz thing that happens. And I'm really excited about that. That's a first thing for me. And so look forward to that experience. And Transfiguration of the Lord, Sunday before Lent, that means that Ash Wednesday is the following Wednesday. And yes, it's February 14th this year, Valentine's Day. There's a meme that's been going around social media that pastors will be giving out, imposing ashes in the shape of a heart on the forehead of somebody rather than a cross. I don't think we'll be doing that this year, but who knows? It could happen. So Ash Wednesday is February 14th. Our service will be here at 6. And then Easter Sunday is March 31st. And we will have services at 6:45, a sunrise service at the pavilion at Cottonwood Park. And here in the building at 9 and 10:30 will be Easter services here. And of course, Good Friday, Holy Thursday at 7 p.m. During Holy Week. So lots going on. Our sermon series, our worship series during Lent will be on forgiveness, on experiencing forgiveness, on forgiving others, receiving forgiveness. That also includes forgiveness of self. And of course, we receive forgiveness from Christ. And during Lent, we will be having communion every Sunday. And so, if you're not able to be here on the first Sunday of the month, sometimes people can go months without receiving the Lord's Supper, and it's a means of grace. And John Wesley talked about receiving communion as often as possible. He and Charles received communion 4 or 5 times a week. And literally the only reason why it's done on the first Sunday of the month is because in the olden days, churches only saw their pastor once a month because they were on horses going around the circuit. That's only as often as you would see your pastor. Well, y'all know I'm here every Sunday. And so during Lent, we'll be receiving the Lord's Supper every week. That's a holy time at the table to receive God's forgiveness, to repent of our sin, to receive the healing power of God, and to be nourished by bread and juice that is kind of embodying Christ's love for us, Christ's forgiving love, and then inspiring us, energizing us to be forgiving for others. We'll also have small groups meeting in people's homes during March, and so that will be a time for us to kind of share and support one another as we go through the season of Lent. So look forward to more info about that. We recently had a vision retreat for our church council. We brought in a clergy consultant, coach type guy who I've worked with for a number of years. And we worked to create 4 or 5 pillars for the church. We did that for 2 days. We're not ready to share those things yet with the congregation, but I want you to know that they are being worked on, and just to know that that happened and that there's movement that's happening. So this coming Monday, on the 5th of February, we have a church council meeting at 6 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. And so if you want to come and be a part of the discussion of that weekend, those pillars and an action plan, including communication going forward, you're welcome to be a part of that. That's an open meeting. Anybody can come. If you want to just sit in the back and watch, you're welcome to do that. If you want to be part of the discussion, you're welcome to do that. We'd love to hear from you. As I said before, feedback, always welcome, always needed. So think about that if you want to come Monday night at 6 o'clock. And then finally, I wanted to lift up Pastor Rose Danny and Luis and their sweet family ahead of baby Daniel's surgery, which is next Wednesday, February 7th. A few weeks ago, we baptized baby Daniel, and it was so sweet. It was so beautiful. He has been through so much, and this surgery is really important. And so I just wanted to stop by and encourage us to pray for this family. Also, Luis and one of the girls has been ill this week. Pastor Rose Danny has been at the hospital with baby Daniel, and she won't be here this coming Sunday because we want to limit her exposure to illnesses so that Daniel is not as exposed to those things as well. So we don't want his surgery to be postponed any more than it already has been. So just keep that family in mind this week. Pastor Rose Danny, Luis, Sophia, Adriana, and baby Daniel as he prepares for surgery on the 7th of February. That is it for now. It's a whole lot. This is a longer video than what I normally produce, so thanks for sticking with it to the end. We are going to have a very powerful season of Lent here at Spring Valley, and Easter Sunday, I just can't wait. I just cannot wait for Easter. Even though it is fast this year, it is coming really quickly. We're going to enjoy it. And so let's not blink and miss it. Let's just kind of ride the wave through Lent, experiencing God's forgiveness, forgiving others, receiving forgiveness, forgiving ourselves, knowing that we are loved and that nothing can separate us from that love. And so rest in that hope, and I'll see you this coming Sunday. Bye for now.